My day does not end. It's crazy and I'm still full of energy. My day don't end. Me and my partner's day never ends. Unless we say it. Unless we say, hey, you know what, I need rest, and we just knock out. It doesn't end. Either he's doing something or I'm doing something. It's ongoing. And it's going to continue to be ongoing. All right, my Matthews. My Matthews. The dead are raised. Fourth quarter. This is where fourth quarter 521 comes in 30 years before. Contains a version of Isaiah, the dead being raised, a scholar, unquestionable. Thank you, love!
Oh, you didn't see it when I bought it?
Sorry, I got excited because my baby is a jack of all trade and he spoils me. Okay. The earth will obey. Ambiguous. He was not being ambiguous at all. Okay, we got Matthew with John here. As a distance claim. In essence, says Evans. Oh, we have an Evans here. Whose name is Evans? Then we got a Craig. Yes, he is the one who... Oh. Things are happening. Can I get a hi? Can I get a like from my people? Like, you're just listening to me. I get it. You guys are being ears. I love it. Who said I don't love it? But come on. We got 8 people in here and 38 outside. No, 30 outside. Thank you for the like. Thank you, Marisol. I appreciate you. Oh, I know we have a lot of godly females in here and godly men ready to be prepared to always listen. You guys are very discerning. Don't doubt yourself. Don't exclude yourself out of this. You guys are very smart. Oh, those that knew how to... Oh, they've been hiding strictly a sect. A sector or a sect. Dead Sea Scrolls. Intrigued. Generated. They have to settle things once and for all, but they are destroying. Thank you for the follow. You know what? The sect knew that they had to hide. It's all archaeologists. Who's the anchor here? Who's my creative archaeologist here? Come on, I need some hands. You're not in here for no reason. Thank you, Marco. You guys are no longer blind. I mean, not that you were. You were just very smart. Illusions? Isaiah said, let's raise the dead, shall we? Looking at God like, we got this? We got this. Why not? You ever had that business talk? The I have the tiger. I have the lion. I mean, who wants to be feared for no reason, right? Who wants to be feared without respect? You better respect me. I'm not playing. Who said I am? when did God ever play a game? I have not seen one day. Oh, yeah, he's humorous, but who said God's playing? There's no time for games. It's time to go back and report. Let's go. Oh yeah, Jesus spoke to John too, just like he did the devil. It was straight up business with all the apostles, all the apostles. Every prophetic word, they looked at them. It was always right every time there was a travel. What are we doing next? What's next on the agenda? On a spiritual level, guys. It was always a date, right? It was always a date. Okay. I have to push the scriptures real quick. Give me a sec. Yes. He's the one to come. Okay. Identity. Careful what you guys read too as well. Everything that you see that is bad is not technically bad. I don't know how to say it. How many people believe for some reason that they are uninspired? And it's not because you're calculated, nor because you're pre-calculated. You're uninspired because you're in grief, right? Did it have to take for some form of action to take place? It's a very grieving type of energy though, and you just become completely uninspired. You don't want to do this. You believe you don't need to do this. You believe you don't even need to be where you're at, but you're just where you need to be. How about that? And if there's a form of a request of exiting, I would suggest that you exit because it's a reason. Could have God placed you in a specific position at a precedented time to show something on a temporary basis of how you can fly through something so quickly. And then all of a sudden you get told you must exit, but not in a bad way. Just listen. You're out. People come in. Nowhere to be found. No type of expectancy. Let's see here. Do you know that it is okay to be at a certain spot, certain place, certain area for a specific reason? Could you believe for some reason in your heart that time is running out? You believe that time is running out. Why do you believe that God is coming forth? Where's my marks at? I already went through Matthew and John. Where's my marks at? What happened at the time of Mark? Anybody that's good with the scriptures? God's not coming to play with you. He's not playing tic-tac-toe. He's not coming towards you to say, hi, how you doing? How's been your day? He already knows how your day is. He's not saying, let's play hopscotch. Why do you believe that God is coming? We got actual, I'm talking about, this ain't no just some ordinary healing. It's just not going to be just some ordinary healing. Drives out an evil spirit. Mark. Solitary place for now in confinement to separate yourself. Because of what you can do. And because it's completely strong and the fact that it's getting even stronger. Don't worry about where, how, who, when, what. Don't worry about none of that. Don't worry about the 5 W's. You let God take care of the 5 W's. How about that? When you have no idea, no clue, and it's so quiet, you think it's quiet. It's quiet around you. Let it be. Everything starts to shut out. You can't hear not a word. Zilch, nothing. Nothing at all. You try to, but you're already out of it. So why you want to put yourself back in? You guys are beautiful. Okay. The calling of the first disciples. Ooh, this is the time of temptation too. If I were you, take it easy with temptation. Right when you are in confinement in a solitary place, because of the calling of the first disciples, what happens? Who comes in to ramp you up, to put you right back where you got spit out of, but not in a bad way? Who comes in? Who's near all of a sudden? Because you're getting somewhere. If I were you, don't fall into temptation. You guys know what temptation is. Take it easy with yourselves. Everything happens for a reason. And if you're like one of them sharks, don't understand what's going on. Everything seems all scattered. Not that you can't seem to understand or confine in yourself and trust yourself, but if I were you, take it easy. Also, Mercury retrograde too as well has ended. Don't make any type of fast, quick judgments and decisions. I don't care how good it is, how good it feels, how good someone looks, how good the world is, how good that looks, how good that smells, how good oof, ah, ooh. No. Don't do it. You won't get, you know what's going to happen? You're going to get spit back out with your brothers. You're going to be included in whatever brothers basically that has failed. And God will desert you and spit you out and cast you out. And guess what's going to happen? Next. Whoever passed before you, there's just like, I'm going to say just like this, okay? Because God has always a plan A and a plan B. If his plan A don't work, who's right behind him? Plan B. Right to take that away from plan A, because plan A was stubborn and arrogant still. And fell for everything. And did not want to listen. Yeah. Just like he cast it out and ended his disciples knowing that they had eternity. But they basically failed him. Darren, yes it is. That's why the New Testament must continue. I said that yesterday. It is very short. And not everything is in there. So that was a good question that you're asking that. That is correct. It's very short. I do not, and I'm going to continue to say this, I do not believe that the new one is it. I believe that this is half of the new one. And that someone or something, I don't know, is supposed to finish it. They're supposed to finish it. Hey. So the time when the devil does come in, which is probably in the now, that's why God is saying he's not going to come to you to play tic-tac-toe or hopscotch. He doesn't play about you. He's going to come to you to take out any type of evil army or evil spirit around you, or want to basically destroy you. In time. Yeah, in time. That's how quick it is. Not even in a snap of a finger. And whatever will come out will shriek. Will shriek. No, not shrink, shriek. You guys don't understand what shriek is. Shrieking is quick, it's fast, it's easy. You're going to see something. You're going to be like, oh, it's been you all this time. How you doing? I don't even know if you're going to even have a chance or time to even say how you're doing. Anyway, so then here comes the healing, and I believe it will happen evening after the sunset. So healing of the sick will not know why they are becoming sick so easily. Healing of the demonic and the possessed. And the whole town will start to gather at the door. So I guess, I don't know, whoever you're near. He also drove out many demons. You will not let demons speak because they knew who he was. Then this is when the protection comes into place. So whoever believes that they need to protect something or someone, people, place, or thing, don't get mad at them. It's because they are already aware of who you are. And they believe for some reason that they must and they need to protect you. So who's ever near you and starts becoming overbearing, overly territorial, do not blame them. They're seeing something possibly maybe that you're not able to see or that you're not seeing. Things are happening possibly maybe around you or in front of you, and it can get overwhelming to the extent where you do need to find shelter. That means another place. That means another form of a movement, maybe a higher place of a movement, a sense of what we call solitary placement or solitary, not confinement. Don't think about it like that, because a lot of you guys love yourselves. You love peace anyways, and peace is exactly what you need, especially if you are a true healer. Not healer as in blah, 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 and then you fall on the floor. Not that kind of healing. Not that type of healing. It's much stronger than that. I had to say it that way, so don't laugh. I'm just being humorous. Okay, not that kind of healing. It's very strong, guys. Remember, it can heal the sick, the wounded, and it can also heal demonic, strong. I'm talking about high century demonic beings that believe for some reason that they could have not been wiped out or casted out. Okay. Yeah, read Mark. Read Mark 1-5. Yeah, you got someone that will start to prepare you for the straight paths before you. And then out of nowhere, for some reason, they're going to just, they're going to start confessing like the Jordan River. They're going to start saying a lot of things. Just let them. Don't judge them. I don't know. A lot of you are changing. A cloak, clothing, cloth, cloak. A new cloak, so a new skin, a new something here is growing, and it will become more powerful. Okay, you can't untie this, and that's why the devil's coming near, because that cannot be untied. Once it's done, it's done. That's it, and I believe that it's already been done. And it's just going to get stronger. Wow. 40 days, darn it. Of straight temptation. Wow. That's crazy. 40 days of straight temptation. I think the 40 days, like, with no food and nobody being around. This time there's people, if you choose to, be around you, or being around or around. And then temptation. Lots of it. In so many forms or so many ways you can be tempted, not just on a physical level. You're still learning. Ask your Father to give you further understanding, and if it is for you, you will listen. Those that have the willingness to want to change. Turn your apple red again instead of poison, like. You make sure that you won't be fed poison anymore, and if you do eat poison, people are really delulu, for the simple fact that God continues to cleanse you from that poison. Why? And yet they test over and over again, and yet they see them internally being cleansed over and over again, and they get tested. Yeah, the new teachings are to take place. There will be orders being given to you. You must abide. It is new. Okay, and then also, you guys are going to start seeing, if you haven't seen it already, news about it being spread quickly over the whole region of Galilee. So if we're talking, I can't say Galilee, darn it. Modern day now, modern day time. I can't say Galilee. The feeding of the 5,000. Testimonials start taking place. This was all, yeah, it all started with Matthew in the Revelation. Giving more life to whom it's pleased to give it to. And it always will be an honor. An honor. Granted certain things and authorities, things going in your favor. Do not be amazed at this for time coming. Yeah. Once all these things start to take place, because it's like God needs all the garbage, all the rubbish, all the worries, in particular when it comes to your life. You know what you've asked for primarily to be out the way. Let it be out the way, right? God's going to say, okay, this person continues to worry about this. Let me take care of it. This person continues to worry about that. Let me take care of this. Though this person continues to worry about this person. This person is continuously worrying about their family, or their children, whether you're with them or you're not. Let me take care of that. You're going to start seeing probably news or emails or something in regards to what you were responsible for. You are no longer zero, zilch. Why? Because God wants you to pay attention to what he needs you to do. So he's taking, just like he took you out from the world, being in the world, outside of that, he's also going to tend and take care of the responsibility and things of the world too as well, that put an hinder on you, or detriment or chaos or trigger or trauma when it comes to any type of responsibilities being pushed out the way, being all paid for. Why? Because you have bigger fish to fry. You're gonna have bigger fish to fry. We're not talking about merchandise and, corporations and corporates and incorporations and umbrellas, and no, we're not talking about none of that. Bigger fish to fry. So this is why he knows he needs to take care of this, because these things that are concerning to you, this will be a testimonial unto you that these things will be considered zero. A lot of you do not believe it because you're still dwelling in it. Just let it go and believe in it. You're too concerned. You're overly concerned. As if you're making it seem as if he never heard your voice. You're making it seem as if he doesn't care about you. These things weigh more than what God really needs you to do for him. Let's talk about that, Bishop Smalls, shall we? What happened when there was no industries or no corporations or things that came to us pretty quickly and pretty fast? What happened when people had slippers or nothing to actually walk on or walk upon? That they look at a woman and say, oh, let me write a document. Let me write a contract, a documentation. What is different, the law giving of the spirit or the law giving of the world? Which one is it? Once one lays with you, is that not automatically your husband? Do you not carry them souls? Does it not transfer like a water? I want to know. It's of the spirit, correct? So where's the true loyalty lying? Is it because you have a documentation? Or is it your word or the word of a man? Correct. Do we not reap consequences when we leave the persons and the people that we slept with or laid with? Do we not reap what we sow? Don't you believe for some reason they have a very hard time, a difficult time having to start from the bottom up again because we chosen to separate from them that easily as if we choose to separate from God? Documentation, paper, money, all that God does not care about it. You become automatically a husband or a wife once you lay. Once you lay. Yeah, that is the consequence when you decide to want to separate from someone you laid with. Someone you united with. Where are all the other souls that they've carried, that they've hopped around like a bunny rabbit? Where does that go into? Your new person that you've laid with. And now we have to basically respect the new person that we laid with, given the time that they have to heal now because they're carrying everyone that you laid with. Now you have to distinguish which one is the true person. Whom is their actual personality? Who are they really? Because they're carrying soul ties. Yes, that is correct. Once you lay with someone, that is automatically your husband or wife. And if you are a true man of your word, then you know not to hop around because you know what that entails. Meaning that you would have to start over to really recognize who you truly really are. Are you actually being 120% purified? I think not. I think not. Now you have to determine who the person you are with, why they are hot and cold. Why are they not only moody because they have a man's fleshly, lusty desire? Oh, I don't think anybody really thinks about that when it comes to laying down. What is the first thing man thinks about? They don't think about that. Most of them do not think about that, or impregnating a woman. Does that make them less of a man or more of a man? Or does that really initiate some form of a union or a connection? Because they believe for some reason that there is no form of consequence on the spiritual level. Because they're just thinking about the word level. So if the flesh is not connected to them, let's make the woman suffer. Along with her trying also now to figure out herself and who else you laid with because you did not want to stay there. It's two types of consequences. We reap what we sow. Both ways. So let me know. We do not need a document to tell someone who you laid with. You know who you laid with. Why you think God asked? Before the hair was rubbed on the feet. The perfume that was worn, the cologne that was worn, the smell that would be recognized that was worn. I'm not busy hearing my words. If I was hearing my words, I would be overthinking and not responding quickly. Bishop Smalls, let's break it down small then. May you have ears that they can hear. Do you believe that we're just risen or walking with our pure flesh and bones? Do you not believe that there is a soul within us? The soul is willing. Do you not believe that when you lay with a man or a woman, that you're not also carrying? You asked me a question about impregnation or marriage. How do you think marriage happens? Merging. Marriage. Merging. Do you believe that marriage just happens at what? A church, a foundation built on straws? You don't even know if that type of church is even built on solid ground, on holy ground. Guys, if you believe for a second you're gonna have me to be disrespectful or argue, it's not happening. That's one. Two, I love it when you ask me these kinds of questions. Let me get a charger. Give me a sec. I have it. I have one.
Yes, I know you pulled it.
So I like when you guys ask me this kind of questions, which is amazing. I need you to start to listen and stop talking over me, because it seems like you only want to hear what you want to hear and not hear what is actually being told. So have your ears open and stop being disrespectful. So, let's get somewhere. My eyes are open. But I am the shepherd here. I'm the teacher. You're the one asking the question. So if you desire an answer, then you would be passionate enough to actually listen and stop disrupting me. Really? So then you do not desire the answer. Did not God say even children will start to testify and preach and become teachers themselves? Do you only listen to what is being portrayed in the Bible and not what's being given by the Holy Spirit? Do you believe that everything is in the scriptures? Do you not see what's going on besides just the trivial earthquakes? I just answered you. You the one that did not want to hear. Everyone heard me. Did not everyone hear what I had to say? You're talking about impregnation and about marriage. Marriage is a merging of two people. It does not need a doctrine or a contract. For that, then tell the devil to basically rip off your fingers and put the blood on a form. If it was easy like that, then the devil will not be locked up. You are very arrogant. Arrogance gets you nowhere. One thing I must say is that I'm all love. I will not argue. And if you are going to challenge, please understand that it is not me that you're challenging, because I'm not speaking from the flesh. At the end of it all, it's all love. And at the end of it all, I believe that the mere distraction comes from those that they believe that they have known everything and they've known nothing. Not one zilch. Only what they wanted to hear. Only what they believed to hear. And those that have their ears shut, it's because they believe that they know more than you, and because it's a sign of jealousy and enviness leading to guilt. They will just be very guilty because everything that you're doing is from the heart. You are not criticizing anybody, nor are you judging them, nor are you putting them down. You are just being strictly led for you guys all to discern on your behalf. And it is very intriguing because it is very enticing and it's very uplifting and it's all love. God is love. Did he not say he is nothing but mere love? And if you cannot respect that, you do not need to be on my life. But if you are still here, then that means that everything that has been stated, all that is being insinuated or stated, is because it is a fact. I will not curse, nor will I argue. Which church are you talking about? Because everyone has a church within themselves. How many times did God travel? Did he not build those churches from the bottom up, from the bottomless pit up? You do not need a building. Allow the church to call to you, not you calling the church. Let the church call to you, if it is a church. You insult my education, my knowledge. You also insult the wisdom that I am receiving. And you believe that these are big words, but you can easily understand everything that is being stated. And yet you have the decency to say using big words don't make you small. I'm speaking from my heart, my soul, and my mind. It has nothing to do with anything in regards to what you're implementing in regards to words. People can easily understand without no confusion the way that you can. I won't block you. I'm not gonna do it. But I will mute you for being arrogant. Yes, Sam. Faith is everything. Especially when you did not plan on it. Especially when you just do. Especially without judgment or precourse. And especially with respect to everyone. Even children. I can't believe that men are so arrogant in regards to believing that children will not be the ones to speak up. They will also be teachers at a young age prophesying. You will be really amazed on how much wisdom they have, because who's talking and speaking through them is not them speaking. And they didn't choose this either, so don't blame them. Even those that are adults and maturing also have a childlike energy in them too. Trust me. So as men, stop being so arrogant and saying that a woman or children are not meant to speak in the new times to come. Read your scriptures carefully and thoroughly before you come and open your mouth and speak to believe that men are the only ones to speak. They say men. It's crazy how they were apostles in the beginning, but yet they did not rectify or edify anything. God gave them eternal life, and they failed so quickly. And here you all are again giving another chance. But yet men are not to be spoken to be told. Yes, we do serve. Us as women, we serve. That's what we're meant to do. But we serve real men, or those that are becoming men, or would like to be a man. Church is built within you. The wisdom and knowledge is given within you. Sam, yes, given the respect. If man speaks, yes, you should stay shut. Once they're done speaking, you have every right to speak your opinion on what you believe is best, because it's not just serving you, it's also beneficial for your person. That's how you come together if you're ready to be in a relationship. Not one speaks up. Trivial might put you down and you say nothing. And you take it and you know that it was a form of disrespect. You can feel it in your soul and yet you say nothing. So if one does not have respect for themselves, how can a man respect you? Asks, what kind of house will you build for me? Where will my resting place be? This would be the question that will be given and provided for you easily before you actually speak. See, God already knows that you are going to ask these specific questions on in your point of exile or exalting. Okay? Because he knows that he knows that you have bigger fish to fry. Was there ever a prophet your fathers did not persecute? They even killed those who predicted the common, the righteous ones, and now you. So he's already letting you know this. Act 7:52. He's already letting you know what's going to end up happening here, with uncircumcised hearts and ears. Okay. You always resist the Holy Spirit. Was there ever a prophet your fathers did not persecute? They even killed those who predicted the coming of the righteous one, and now you. Okay, so also be aware of that. Heaven is my throne, the earth is my footstool. What kind of house will you build for me? I'm picking out stuff that I want to hear. No, I'm not. I'm turning the pages. First I speak to you all, and then I turn the pages. Ask a question then. What's a woman's duty? Then read Proverbs 31. But it's not just Proverbs 31, because now men are forever changing. They don't know whether they want to change their boxes or keep it on. They don't know whether they need a new one or they need to repair it. Women are becoming more of the decision makers than men. So, yeah, let's turn a page, shall we, for the woman, since someone wants to challenge God. God, show your son, if this is your son, and not one that's arrogant. Oh, Macaw 4:9. Oh, really? Has your counselor perished? That pain sees you like that of a woman in labor. That was for you. As for you, O watchtower of the flock, O stronghold of the daughter of Zion, the former dominion will be restored to you. Kingship will come to the daughter of Jerusalem. Anything else you would like to know? Because I just turned the page. Since I'm the one that is supposedly choosing specific words and scriptures. God just shut you down right now. Do they not speak of Zion? Since you want to challenge God. Since you want to take over and be the counselor. Not to you. First of God before you. First to be married to God before you. And whether a mother raised a woman or not, God will make sure to it that he raises her like that of his own. Before you judge on who is to serve whom. Learn how to love your God so that you can know how to love a woman. Besides bearing children and becoming fruitful or being fruitful. Besides being loyal to man and to himself, herself. First is to God. You would be last. We do not treat the ladies like pure slaves. We do not treat them like they are beneath us. Treat women like you love the church and the way that you love God, yourself. Oh, if you're really an image of God, then you would not be challenging me. I'm supposed to find God in my man. No, I am not responsible. I'm not responsible for him to find God in him. I'm not the one that formulates a union or a personal relationship with God. It would be you. It would be man themselves. I am not to judge. It is not my place. Nor will I bow or put any man down. You're already bounded to your husband once you lay. Any woman that opens their legs and lay with a man is already their husband. So what are you talking about? But it is not my responsibility to make him happy, nor is it my responsibility to help him search for God, but to be by his side like a rib, to be his companion and his backbone when he can no longer bear. You do not need a doctrine or a document to marry. Once you open your legs, that's it. So count how many people you slept with before you judge. Arrogance does not live here, because I will not tolerate it. What makes me happy? Abiding to what I need to accomplish and then go from there. Most people have already died. They didn't even choose to come back. And they have to. Because everything that they've done was so righteous, and yet people stomped on them like they were a piece of little bug. My children are taken very well care of. And if you come in to humiliate me, that's okay. Why? Because I'm already vulnerable. It does not bother me. I'm very unbothered. So, I was already promised that my children will be tended to and taken care of. And that's all that matters to me. At least I didn't keep children for the benefit of money. At least I was not selfish and greedy, knowing that I could have given a better life for my children. At least I did not live in the government. And I'm very proud of it. So. He has not hidden his face, but has listened to the cry for help. You comes the theme of my praise in the great assembly. Declare your name to my brothers in the congregation, I will praise you. You who fear the Lord, praise him. All your descendants of Jacob, honor him, revere him, and all your descendants of Israel. I can count all my bones. People stare and gloat over me. They divide my garments among them and cast lots for my clothing. Why is anyone... I have no clue. I have no idea, Maribel. All I know is that my children are good, as God promised. And I'm not humiliated by it either. I already have wonderful respect. So, vulnerability always wins before humiliation. So I know I'm well taken care of. And I know God can provide the way He has provided for them. Not one yet. Not a single soul dead. And all successful. And doing good. So God kept His promise. So I'm going to keep mine. And that's all that matters. Because while they're there mocking and making a mockery or a fool of themselves, I won't be the one to see God's wrath. Those that do not know, may God forgive them. For they do not know what they do, nor do they not know what they say, because they are still of this world. And they do not understand why life was the way it was to begin with. God will not give you anything that you cannot handle. But if you choose to give up your life for it for another life, then He will make sure to it that He keeps His promise, as long as you continue to keep yours. He will make sure that your children are overly protected and secured. And there are mothers out there that made a beautiful decision and a wise decision to make sure that their children are in good hands. And you may not even have to explain much to your children. They will still love you and respect you. They won't even judge you. They'll start to understand you. And they'll start to know why. Because they followed you. And they learned from you. So, yeah, everyone has a different journey. It just depends on your journey. It also depends on your purpose. And it also depends on how serious your purpose is. So, those that want to judge you, it's not because of your insecurities. It is because of their own insecurities. They can't seem to understand why you are still standing. You should have been in a mental ward or in a mental institution or at prison, because their intention was to see you fall, was to see you scattered, was to see you confused, probably to see you wither and never be alive. So just say God did it, and they'll understand what they need to do from there. But if they don't, then it's just their mere arrogance and insecurities, because they don't know and they don't understand what it takes to actually heal and not project onto others. What it takes to actually heal and not to consume what has been done to you onto others. Learn how to heal correctly, and if you want these answers, then you ask God. And the only way you're going to ask God is if you have a personal relationship with Him. It is never too late, so don't come up with that excuse. But one thing on this live, I will not tolerate arrogance, stubbornness. No, it's not tough love. Nor is it experience, because you just start to victimize yourself. Don't ever talk about experience, you let that go. That was just to make you stronger. Don't start to victimize yourself. Let all that go. You shouldn't be carrying with anything. You need to start to release it. Do not take it with you where you're meant to go and where God's leading you towards. Something will be consecrated. When you walk with God, the level of education, that shouldn't even be the word, education. Wisdom will be given to you. It's not even close to education, nor is it close to knowledge. Education. For what type of protection? If it's protection for the world, then that's different. But what kind of protection are you actually talking about when it comes to education? Common sense does not need education. Nor the spirit. It's more than just the books. But God knows what it takes in order for you to protect yourself from this world. So He knows that you need some form of a level of education if you want to be here still. But that should not be your primary source. Freedom. Ain't nothing like this world. Freedom is not earned, nor is it given. It's not even desired. If one cannot respect you because you're fighting for the Creator, then where did the creation come forth? Where did it form from then? You can't even respect the creations. remembrance and reminders, like that of a scar. That's important too. Tyre has built herself a stronghold. She has heaped up silver like dust and gold like the dirt of the streets. Zechariah. Many people and the inhabitants of many cities will yet come, and the inhabitants of one city will go to another and say, "Let us go at once to entreat the Lord and seek the Lord Almighty. I myself am going." And many people and powerful nations will come to Jerusalem to seek the Lord and to entreat him. This is what the Lord Almighty says: in those days 10 men from all languages and nations will take firm hold of one Jew by the hem of his robe and say, "Let us go with you, because we have heard that God is with you." The word of the Lord is against the land of Hadrach, and will rest upon Damascus, for the eyes of men and all the tribes of Israel are on the Lord. When I called, they did not listen, so when they called, I would not listen, says the Lord. I scattered them with a whirlwind among all the nations where they were strangers. The land was left so desolate behind them that no one could come or go. This is how they make the pleasant land desolate. The seed will grow well, the vine will yield its fruit, the ground will produce its crops, and the heavens will drop their dew. I will give all these things as an inheritance to the remnants of his people. As you have been an object of cursings among the nations, Judah and Israel, so I will save you, and you will be a blessing. Do not be afraid, but let your hands be strong. Just as I had determined to bring disaster upon you and showed no pity when your fathers angered me, says the Lord Almighty, so now I have determined to do good again. The fast of the 4th, 5th, 7th, and 10th months will become joyful, and glad occasions and happy festivals for Judah. Therefore, truth and peace. Back to Mark. A prophet without honor. He could not do any miracles there except lay his hands on a few sick people and heal them. He was amazed at their lack of faith. Jesus went around teaching from village to village, calling the 12 to him, and sent them out 2 by 2 and gave them authority over evil spirits. A dead girl and a sick woman. My little daughter is dying. Please come and put your hands on her so she will be healed and live. So Jesus went with him. A large crowd followed and pressed around him, and a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. She suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors and had spent all she had. Yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. The Transfiguration, the healing of a boy with an evil spirit. John. Acts. The trial before Festus. There's a trial to take place before Festus. If I were you, don't let not one, I'm talking about not one, bribe you. That's all I have to say. Take care, guys. Blessings.